Dear friends, today we are going to discuss automated control chart with process simulation. First, we will see automated control chart, wherein we are feeding the data and the chart will be prepared immediately. Then dynamic control chart, where we will add data and the chart will be updated as we keep on adding the data. That will be dynamic control chart. Finally, we will see process simulation. Before I proceed with the Excel sheet and then preparation of the control chart, I want to acknowledge the Office Lab for their YouTube video titled Automated Control Chart in Excel with Built-in Data Simulation. This has inspired me a lot. The chart I'm going to make today is possible because of the knowledge that I gained from the Office Lab. Thank you, Office Lab. Now we will go to the process simulation directly. This is a control chart that we are going to make today. And I have got a standard data here. See, this is a standard data. I'll just copy it, Control C, and then I'll go to the chart and then I'll paste it here. You can see that control chart will be immediately changed. Control V here. See here, all the values, 20 values are plotted here. If I'm going to change it, say 12, you will see the critical point. Point number 2 will be changed to critical point. If I change this fifth point as 3, see, fifth point is changed to the warning limit. So I can modify the data and the control chart will be updated automatically. That's why I call it as an automated control chart. Then what we do is I'll just remove these values. Okay, I'll just remove this. Should not remove values in other columns. Now, if I keep on adding, say I'll add say 6, 7, 8, 9 like that. So you can see that the chart keeps on updating. This is called dynamic chart. So as and when the dimensions are coming, we can feed in the data and the chart will be updated. That is why we call it as a dynamic control chart. And then finally what we will do is we will do a simulation. In simulation, what we will do is we will take a process distribution based on our choice of parameters. That is mean is 7 and standard deviation. I can change this. I can make this a 6. So you can see this process distribution has changed. I can change the standard deviation distribution. So you can see the process distribution changes. Then I can take any random value of this process distribution. I can restart. I can add values. See, as I keep on adding, this will keep on changing it, right? If I change this to 7, say 9, then for this process, if I add value, see it goes to a critical limit. That means the process has been changed. So this is what we are going to do it. We will proceed by opening a new file, right? I'll open a new file. So then I will close the previous file here. I'll just close this previous file. I don't need it now, right? Don't save it. Okay. Now what I'm going to have is we are going to have the first automated control chart. Automated control chart title. And then with the process distribution, I'll take it as with process distribution, process simulation, sorry, with process simulation. And then we will have a control parameters here, control parameters. What are the control parameters? We will have target. See, we will have the target value. And then we will have the warning deviation limits, warning deviation limits, and critical deviation limits, critical deviation limits, right? This I'll make it as I'll make it as 24 black, and this I'll make it as 20 bold, and this will make it as 18 bold, and these three I'll make it as 12 or 14 bold, right? And this F value, what I will do is here I am going to feed in the data, right? Simulation parameters probably we will write here. I'll just write it right now, simulation parameters, I'll write here. This again I'll make it as 24 and bold. Right? I'm not selected. I'll select here 24 bold. Right? This is what probably we'll see where it ends. Control X. I'll just make it as from L. From here. This will do. And here I'm going to feed in the target value. The target value, say I'll put it as 6. And it has to be formatted. Number formatting, I'll do it as number one decimal. Okay. Not made number decimal. I'll make it as number. So 6.0 is coming. Therefore 6.0. Yeah. And then again I'll make it as 2 here. And then I'll make it as 4 here. But this is plus or minus. 6 plus or minus 2, 6 plus or minus 4. Therefore, I have to add plus or minus. So what I will do is I'll just make this format number. I'll have to have this. I will insert this symbol first. I will insert the symbol plus or minus. Plus or minus symbol is here, ready for me. So I'll close it. I'll select this symbol, Control X. Then I will select the same cell, number format. I'll just go to home, take the number format, and I'll select custom. And then what I will do is here, I'll just paste this plus or minus, leave a space, and I'll put 0.0. Right? And I'll say OK. Then automatically it has come. Now I'll just copy this format and paste it here. This also will become 4.0. Right? So I have now got the target values, the limiting values also we got. Right? I'll put it as 12. Black. That's the thing. Right? Now I'm going to have this, say here, original data. Original data I'll put here. What is this original data? This I'll make it as 18. Okay. And then at C column I'll put as actual values. Actual values. And I'll put it as actual value. I will not use plural. So actual value is going to be font size is 12 and black. So, right. And this value, since I have put 6 plus or minus 2 is 8 and 10, and 8 and 4, and 6 plus or minus 4 is 2 and 10. Therefore, we will see the values accordingly in between here. I'll just put 5 values, 10, 20 values I'll put here. So 6 plus or minus 2 is 4 to 8, right? 4 to 8 values. I'll just put 4 to 8 values. So 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, again 4.2, 5.2, 5.6, 6.3, 7.4. And then again, I'll repeat this probably again 4.4, 5.2, 6.7, 7.8. How many values are there? I'll have to have 20 means 36 values. I'll just put equal to this plus 1. Simply just like that. I'll just copy it. Control C. I'll put paste values. Paste values. Okay. Right. This I'll remove it now. So I have taken a sample data. How many data is there? I'll just put 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I'll just add here. So 20 data are there. 20 data will do. Now I just want to have points in the warning limit as well as in the critical limits. So I will take 18 point as 11, so that it will be falling on the critical point. And then above 6.6 minus 2 is 4, no? 6 minus 2 is 4. So I'll put it as 3.2 like that. So I'll make it as 3.6. And then I'll make it as 8.6, 8.4 or something like that. And then again 3.8. 3.8. So I have made 2 points in the warning limits and 1 point in the critical limit here. So we will see, we are going to draw this chart. I will select this. Please note, I am going to select including the header actual value, and then select insert, and then recommended chart. I'll just select this and click OK. Now I'm going to have this here. I'll just put it as I, after I, I'll put here probably one more line from J, I'll put here. So then I'll just increase the size of this. Right? We'll see here. Order here. I'll just make it as up to 13 here. Doesn't matter, right? Then I will. Yes. Now I'll decorate this now. So I'll have to go to the corner. If you click the corner only, I will have to again once more, since I'm not getting it now here. Yes. Now I got it here. So chart area. I'll just select this fill. See, bucket is clicked, and then I will fill solid fill, and then I'll fill it with dark blue. So filter. That is complete now. Then what I will do is I will select this. Yeah, it is selected here. You can see this rectangle. I will change this font size. I'll change this size to white and bold. So you can see. Similarly, here I'll see the bottom x-axis values. I have selected. I have selected or not? Yes, it's selected. You can see the rectangle here, and then I'll click white, so you can see the numbers now. I'll make this bold. That's okay. Now I'm going to select this. See here the box circle. I will delete this vertical lines, and similarly I will delete the horizontal rows also. I have selected here. Is it selected? Yes, it is selected here. All these dots you can see here. That's what is removed here. Now I'm going to take this. I can increase this, right? And then I will change this thing to white, and I will change the top title also to control chart. Right? That completes 90%. Now I'm going to change this color to white. So I will just marker. I'll make the marker as first of all same thing. Automatic OK, and then solid fill. I'll make it as white, so that markers are white filled. And then I'll go to line now. I'll select the line now here. Select is what do you call automatic again. Color will have to be white. I'll have to select white. And then very important point is that it has to be continuous, smooth line. See here, smooth line. See the lines are all straight lines. It has to be smoothened out. So now it is smoothened out. That is the important point. Now I think the point is the curve is completely drawn. The chart is made as per these two. Now what I'm going to do is I have to find out the limits, limiting lines and limiting points. Right? So I'll just look here. Now what I will do is I will use the lower critical limit, and then lower warning limit, and then upper warning limit, and upper critical limit. For these things I will find out the formula. So I will make this as 12 and bold here, right? And centric. This is the thing. Now this LCL formula is here equal to F9. F9, that is target value. I'll make it as it's a constant, no? Therefore, absolute value minus F11, right? I'll put constant dollar values. I'll just enter it. Now I'm going to copy it and then change only the differences. Here this is going to be F10, okay? And then here it is going to be F10 plus. I'm going to change it to 0. Then I'm going to make it as plus. And then here I have to get 10. So 11 is okay. Then I have to make it as plus 11. So this I will copy throughout the 20 rows. What does it say? I have to now introduce these points in this chart. Very easy. You just select the chart, go there and click it. Once you click the chart, now I have clicked the chart, you can see the circles here, 3 circles here on the line border. So that means you are selected. Another way of looking at it is if you click it here, these two will be selected because these two are the data that are inside the chart. Now I have to insert the 4 columns. So I'll press shift, go to the bottom and see the changes, plus the ambulance signal changes to double arrow, press shift and then cover the entire columns, right? See that the titles are also included. And now you leave it. Now you see the 4 lines. The 4 lines are to be now decorated. I have to remove the marker option, none, right? And similarly, I will take here marker option, none. I'll select here marker option, none. And then I'll select here marker option, none. Okay. Now I am going to change this color also. I'll go to the line. The line color I'll change to red. The critical line I'm going to change. And then dashed line, right? I'm going to have this dashed line. I'll make it as this one dashed line, right? Okay. And this also I'll make this as line. I'm going to make it as red, and then line as dashed line. Okay. Top. And this one color, let it be same, and then this is going to be dashed line. And this one also I'm going to change this to orange and then dashed line. So now the entire chart is ready now. I have drawn the limiting lines also. I have to now include only the points, limiting point. This I'll call it as a limit lines, right? All no 14. Okay. This I'll see. This is 18, right? So this also let it be 18. 18. Okay. So I'll just merge it so that here this I'll go limit alerts. Limit alerts. This also I'll make it as 18. 18 and bold. Limit alerts. Now warning I'll put here first. Warning and here critical. The formula is here equal to if formula I will use. If what is the logic? That is actual value C17 minus F9. F9 is a target value. I'll put it as a dollar sign. I'll include dollar sign. Sorry, dollar sign is greater than F11. F11, then C17. If it is not, I'll put a 0 now. Right? Okay, one more. This thing I have not put. That's all, right? If C7 minus F9. F9 I'll put here. I'll put here. Okay. I'll have to close bracket. So I have to put 2 brackets here, one more bracket and one more bracket. This is here, right? This is done. Now here what I will do is, here I have to put an AND condition. We will see whether it works or not. So only this 11 is only point, no? That is the thing we have found out. Now here we will put is equal to, if we'll have to have two conditions. It should be 0 here and then if and C17, sorry, I17 equal to 0, comma, absolute function of C17 minus F10. F10 should be greater than, sorry, F9, that is F9, F greater than F10. Okay, that should be F9. We'll change it as F9, greater than F10, close bracket, comma, C17, otherwise 0. Right, that is completed. We'll see here I put absolute function. This F10 should be absolute, right? Right. Okay, this is absolute. This is absolute. I7 is completed. C17 is there. So this is forward. Now I'm going to copy this down. See here 3 points. We'll see 3.1, 2, 3, and then here also this is 8.5, right? So 4 points are there, right? Probably we can see all these things in this chart. Now I have included these 4 lines. I have to now include this warning and critical. We will see how to include this. You know the procedure. You select this. Once you select this control chart, you know what I did? I just went inside and then clicked it. Then the data is shown here, shaded. I'll go down to the bottom right corner, press shift, and then add the 2 columns. Leave it, you can see the lines here. Now I'm going to have this decorated. What I will do is I'll add a marker first. This is marker option. I'll make it as built-in circle. The circle is shown. So I'll make the size as 16. The size as 16. And then no fill. I'll make it as no fill because the fill is not there. So if I put solid fill, it is filled up. So no fill. And then the solid line, border line is solid line. And then I'll make the color as orange because critical warning points orange. And then this size is 2.5. 2 point. Okay, you can see this here. All these points, 4 points are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very good. We'll see here 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last also point also is there. 5 points are there. Now we have drawn this curve, and then we will select glow. Glow also we will see the same color. We'll say orange, and then we will make this as 75. 75. Okay. And then now I will go to this and then remove the line now. No line. Okay. Now you can see all the points are there. There are more point circles are there on the 0 line that we will see how to remove it later on. Right. Now we will bother about the critical points. Critical points I'll select. See here it is selected. The line is selected. The points here. You can also see here 4 dots are there. That means the points are selected here. Now I'll put marker. Again marker option built in. I'll make the size 16 so that I'll be able to see it clearly. See here. See, you can see this here. And then change the color to red. So you can see this. And no fill. So that you will see that no fill is there. And then the border I'll add to thickness, line thickness, I'll make it as 2.5 so that you'll be able to see it clearly. 2.5. Okay. 2.5 is there. This is red. Okay. You can see here. And the line, I will take it as line now. I'll take it as fill, no fill here. I'll see now glow. Glow is again, I'll take this color as red. Make it as 75. I have not removed the line, right? I know I'll come to it later, right? So this is 75%. 75% is there, 10 point is there. I'll come to this bucket. I'll see the line here. No line here, no line. See here, everything is done. The chart is now complete with all the limit lines and alerts shown there in the chart. We have to remove only the unwanted circles in the zeroth line. For that, what we will do is I'll go to this critical. I'll make this as yeah, I'll make this as false, right? Equal to not error, not A, right? Okay. Yes. So this is an error. So this also changed to here also again. If is error I17 absolute here also I'll make it as change it M A, that is the is error I17 if and okay, right? So double I put is error. Now I'm going to copy this to all. See, the points are removed. The points are removed. I have made a mistake in this. Probably I will see here. One, if is error I17 is there, means F19 minus F10 greater than applicable. Why these values are not shown here, we will see here. Minus F17 is F11. See here. If and is error 17, comma absolute C17 minus this thing is greater than F10, comma 17. Let's see here. Greater than F11, this is okay. This is must be if and condition is there. F10 C17 minus F9 is there greater than. I will rewrite again, equal to if and C17, sorry, not C17, I17 is error I17, comma absolute C17 minus F10 greater than, sorry, F10 here only F10, comma C17, comma hash M A. I'll have to put it as F9 here, right? 9. Formula contains, okay. If and is error I17, since I'll have to put right. This I'll put it as, I'll just copy it here. Yes, now I got it, all the 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the formula is correct. I have made a mistake here, F9 mistake. So now you can see all the points also here, shown here. This not available error can be removed later on. I can make it blank later on using conditional formatting. Okay. Now all that you need to know is that I can change these values. I can put any data and this will be updated. I'll, like for example, I'll put it as 8 here, second point 8. See, this is here. I'll make it as 11 here. See, this is here. So this is called automated control chart. I hope the first part is over. You'll be able to follow me, and then you can have any doubts. Probably you can write to me. I will be able to clarify. Now, dynamic part, we will see. What dynamic part means, if I add a value here, say like 8. So this is to be, all these are to be calculated, and then this has to be added up. This has to be added into the chart. So for that, what we will do is I'll use a modified code here is equal to if C17 equal to exists, double quote, comma, if is number, that is if there is a number B16, that is the previous cell, then add that B16 plus 1, otherwise start afresh as fresh number. Okay, I'll just put it as, this is 1. Now I'll just copy here, it is 2 here. So I will copy to the entire section. I will make 1000 rows so that it will be filled up automatically. Right? So what we will do is I'll go there on this. I've gone too far. I must have gone only up to 1016. Still there. 1016 is there. Right? Okay, that is 1000 data I can add. I'll go there and see here what happens. See, now if I add a data, then the serial number will be added. See, I'm added here. I'll add 9. See, 22 is added. Right? Okay, that is how it is. Now I have to modify this here also as well as, right? Here again, I'll have to put equal to if C17 equal to do comma, then close. I'll just copy this. Control C. Here. Similarly for LW also, I'll add this. Control V. And you will also put here. Here also I'll put here. Control V. And the here also I'll put here. Control V. Here. And the last 2 columns also I'll have to put here. Don't bother, even if it is a big formula, this will not go wrong, right? Because I'm just going to add the same only, Control V and close bracket. Now all I have to do is I'll have to select this 4 and then go all along up to 1016 rows. See here, now I'll not make a mistake. I'll go up to only 1016. Yes, I'll go here 1016, right? D to I 1016. See here. Now you can see that all the values will be calculated here. If I add now say 10, see all the values are calculated here. Right? 10 is a warning limit. Right? If we put it as 7, it is known. Okay. So now I have added the data, but it is not going into the chart. So what I should do, I have to now modify the definition of this LCL, LWL, UWL, etc. Right? I'll go to actual value, and then I'll go to formulas, home there, and then formulas there, and formulas and name manager. I will add new, so actual value is there. Here what I will do is I'll put a condition here equal to offset C17, that is from the starting point. I'll leave the rows out, I'll leave the columns out, then 3 commas I have put, then I'll put count, that means how many values I'm telling. I'll put in this cell to 2016. I can go there and directly also change it. Let's see there. Yes, 2016. So it is added here. So I'll close the bracket. I'll say OK. Something is wrong there. We'll see here. So count sheet 1, C17 to C2016 here. Okay, right. Now what I will do is I'll just, I'll put the formula is missing and operating. I'm choosing. So one more I'll put. Okay, I'll put one more comma. And this is here. Now is it correct or not? How do I see here? So I'll go there. I'll just select it here. See, this is selected here. So C is selected here. That means it is okay, right? So and what I will do is I will copy this formula, Control C, so that I will use it here. And then I'll close this. Now I will modify the formula for all these things. LCL also I will put here. Name manager, new. Then what I will do is I will just go out. I'll delete this. I'll Control V, I'll put. Then here I'll change this C17 to D17. Okay. Now if I click here, see LCL is selected, right? I'll close now. I'll go to LWL, name manager, new. I will go up, delete it, Control V, and then I'll make this D to E. C was there, C to E now, right? Okay. Now I'll verify now. E means LW is selected. I'll close it and then go to UWL, name manager, new, and I will go up and then I'll delete it, Control V, and then I'll change the C to F. F only, right? Yes, F. Okay, I'll close it. Okay, I'll go there. UWL, I'll make it as UWL edit, and then I'll go up, delete it, Control V. I'll make this as F. Okay. Okay. Now what I will do is I'll just go there, click it here. Yes, it is selected here. Close it. Then go to CL, name manager, new. I'll go up, delete, Control V. This one is G. Right? Close, select. So G is selected. And just close. Warning I'll select. Name manager, new. As warning is late. So I'll go up, delete, Control V, and I'll make it as C as H. I'll make it as close, check, it is selected, close. Finally, the last one, critical, go to the name manager, new, go up, delete, Control V, and this one is I. Close it, okay, select, selected. Everything is selected. Now, still it will not be included because I have to include it in the chart. So I'll go to the chart. Everything is selected. Then I'll go to the chart design here. So once I click it, see here, nothing is visible here, the ribbon. Once I click it here, you can see the chart design comes. And the chart design, you can select data. Then here, what you will do is, here, you can delete equal to, select the entire range, right? Okay, I select up to 1016 range. If you know, you can also put the number straight. I'm just showing it to you so that you know it, how far we are selecting it. Right. 1016 is here, and I, right? Okay, that's all. You see here, 1016 is here. Okay, now we'll go up. I will close this here. We'll go up now. See, all the points are there included. More points are included. So I'll put as say 8. You can see here 8 will be included. See, 8 is included here. Right? Exactly 8 is there. I'll put 12. You can see here one more point, critical point here. See, 12 is included here. This is called dynamic chart. So as you keep on updating the values, every day I get a new product and the product dimensions, I put the product dimensions, then it will be included in the chart and then say whether the process is okay or not okay. Now we are left with the final one, which is simulation parameter. So I will put here, there are 3 values are there. One is mean. I'll put it as mean here. And then STD, standard deviation, STD. And then I'll put a CDF. CDF is a random value cumulative distribution for this normal distribution or process distribution that we are finding out with this mean and standard deviation. So I will have this value here. I'll just put, say 6 only I'll put here. And then I'll put here 2. And then this will be a random number is equal to, I'll put round RAND random number value at 2 decimals. I'm putting it here so that it is 0 and 1. It will be value here. It will be between 0 and 1 here. Now these two I'll just change it to number format. Home number format is 1 decimal, right? Okay, this is here. Now this all these things I'll make the 12 and bold. 12 and bold like this. Right? This is simulation parameter. This is control parameters we are having it. Now with this mean and standard deviations, I have to have a normal distribution curve. That is called process distributions. We will see how to make it. I will add a new page and then there I will do it. I'll just take a new page. Now I will just have a value X and P value. I'll just make this as bigger one so that you'll be able to see here 20 and bold on it here. Now here I'll start from 0 and then 0.2. This is for normal process distribution. I have to draw now. Therefore, I'll just go up to 12. See here, up to 12 is there. Where is the 12? 12 is there, right? So 62 values. The rest I'll delete it. Now I'm going to use the normal distribution point equal to norm distribution. Norm distribution, I'll put this equal to, for this value, comma, the mean value, I will take it from our value. We can change it, right? Comma, standard deviation, I'll take it from here, close it. Not N6, no, it should be N6. Now what we will do is, I will reference this number here. I will name it. I'll just name this. That will be better. I'll go to formulas, name manager, new. I'll make that simulation mean, simulation underscore mean. I'll refer this as this value. Okay. So if I select this, Okay. Simulation value is 6.0 now here. And then I'll close it. Similarly, I'll add the standard deviation will go there. So name will be standard deviation. So simulation standard deviation, I'll call this as simulation underscore std. And this value, I'll make it as 2. I'll close this. Okay. And this is 2.0, right? Okay. And I'll also call this as close. Now I'll just put this formula here. You'll see here. Equal to norm distribution. Okay. 0, comma, go there. Mean, comma, mean. False, I'll have to put false. Right? I'll have to put false. I'm sorry. I'll have to put. Otherwise, we will not know whether to draw the right this here. Okay. Now I'll draw this, copy this, the entire thing. I'll copy it to 12. Now I can make this also 2 decimal values. So I'll go to home, number, 2 decimal only is there. Okay, 2 decimal. Now I'll select this, draw the chart, right? Insert a chart, recommended chart. This is the chart. Okay. Okay. Now here what I will do is I'll do some modifications. Process distribution. Whatever. Process distribution. I have changed the title. Right. I'll go to home, increase it, then make it bold. Okay, if you want, I can make it blue also. Right, process distribution is there. And then here I will have to remove this marker. I'll just go marker, marker option, none, line option, line, solid line. I'll make this as dark blue and then smooth line. Okay, that's perfectly all right. Then I will delete this rows, delete this columns. I will copy this, Control C, and place it there in the here. What I will do is I will place it here. Control V. This is the here. So this will be here. This will be okay. Think. Now if I keep changing it, I can put 7. This is modified. If I put 1 here, this process distribution changes. So I can put anything and then accordingly make the simulation. I'll put it at 6 and 2 here. This is the thing. Now I'm going to add 2 more. See what I will do is I'll just put this in a box. I'll just put this in a box. So I'll just put it in a box, thick border outline. Right. See this is box. Now I'll add 2 controls. Right. I'll add the 2 controls here. I'll just go to insert, insert special spheres. I'll make this rounded column rectangle. I'll make it as add new value. Add new value. Add new data. Right. And then I will make this as home. 18. Right. And this color also I'll make change it to black. It will be better, I think. And then home will make it as center. Center. Right. I will copy one more. Control D. This I'll make it as restart. start. And then this color, I'll make it as different color so that identify. I'll make it as shape fill as green. Okay, extrude. Now I'm going to have two VBA added so that I can clear all the data and add new data based on this process distribution. Okay, that is what we are going to do. We will go to development, developer, and then Visual Basics. And then I'll just put the sheet one. Sheet one, I'll put it as sheet one here. The sheet one only and sheet two only. I could have changed this, renamed it. Does not matter now. Probably let it be as it is now. So we will go to this Visual Basic. I will add a subroutine called simulate. Simulate bracket. And then end sub will be automatically added. I will have to have the data added. We will see what are all the data that I am going to add here. With what is this? I'll give a tab. I will also tell you the meaning of this. With active sheet, ACTIVE, as such AAT, with active sheet. That means with the sheet open. That is the sheet number one. And mean is equal to, I'll define mean is equal to dot. Dot is an important point required. So range, we are going to say the range, maybe one cell or many cells. Range, we know the name of that, simulation underscore mean, right? Close dot value. Mean is equal to, we will go to that range, take that cell and take that value. Similarly, STD, standard deviation, is equal to, I will go to the same, I will just copy it. I'll just copy it, Control C. It says that it is not complete. I know it is not complete. So then it is not mean, it is STD. STD. Okay. And then I'll also give you RA and D, random number is equal to Control V, simulation dot rand, RAND. Okay. This rand I have not defined, I think, no? So what I will do is I'll go and define there. Right? I'll go to that Excel sheet. I'll go there. This is called CDF, right? The CDF is rand. So I will go there. Name manager formulas, I'll go there. Name manager, new, CDF is there. I'll just make it as simulation underscore CDF. And I'll just go there. I'll select this value. Okay, that means that value is okay. So CDF is 0.24 now. No, 0.25. If I go there now, it will be 0.25. Every time it will keep on changing. It's a random number developed. Now what I will go there, I'll go to the developer, maybe X, no? So simulation underscore CDF. CDF. That is called random number. So I'll use here random. Now I'm going to have this random number is developed with range. I'm going to put the value. What are all the values we are going to put? With dot range, with range. What is the range? We'll see what is the range here. The actual value header. No, actual value header. Actual underscore value underscore header. We know what is this actual value header. I will have to name it. The value, actual values, no, there is a header, no actual value. That is what I'm referring here. Actual value header. I'll have to close bracket. Right. Dot do. That's all. This is what I'm doing. With the range from this, I'm going to do it. I'm going to this, so that what I will do is I'm going to go to this cell. For that cell to be referred here, I have to name it. So I will go there and name it there also. So actual value, I'll go there, formulas, name range, new, I'll call it as actual value underscore, right? I'll put it as okay. Actual value under is that much. I'll go to this, okay, close. Now I'll go to that Visual Basic. What do I do with that value? I'll have to go to the next cell and find the value. If dot offset by one row, 0 column, that is next cell in the same column, dot value is nothing is equal to 0, 0. Is equal to blank. Upper double quote, double quote. Then what I should do? I should add a value, right? If offset 1, 0 dot value is equal to nothing, then that will be changed as dot offset 1, 0 dot value is equal to worksheet function. What is the worksheet function? We will see here. Worksheet function, work SHEET, capital F, worksheet function. There is a function called norm, works function dot, worksheet function dot norm inverse, right? NO or norm inverse is there here. See here. I'll put here, open bracket, RAND, random number. The random number is nothing but the random number cumulative value, probability value, and then mean, comma, standard deviation. Okay. Else, if it is not there, then what happens? It will go to the next cell. If it is filled up, it will go to the next cell, and it will go till the end. Dot and Excel down. This is just a thing you can even mug up and write it here. Excel down. Dot offset 1, 0. That means it will come to the beginning of the actual value. C17 it will come, right? 1, 0 dot value is equal to the same thing. I'll just copy it here. It will give you an error. Doesn't matter, no problem. I know that. So I'll just select it, Control C, and I'll place it here. Control here, and then else is there. End if now. End, capital I, small f, and then end with. Two widths are there, no? Therefore, one more end with WITH, right? So to end with end circles. I'm not decorating it, doesn't matter, no problem. Okay, this is, I can go one more. I'll go to see this in, right? With that will be okay. This one. Right. That is okay. That is one subroutine over. Now, second subroutine, what I will do is I will make for restart one more. Right. I'll make it as sub restart, open bracket, close bracket. Once I put end will be there. Here again, I will, with the active sheet, I'll put same thing. I'll select this definition, Control C, Control V here. Now what I will do is I will clear all the contents. What I will do is I'll clear all the contents. First, I will make it as first cell reference. First is underscore cell underscore reference. I'll define a variable first cell reference. What is this first cell reference? Dot range, RANGE, dot range. What is that range? Actual value header. You know actual value header. We have defined just now. Actual value, HADR, close bracket, right? Actual value header. Dot offset 10 on address. Dot offset means one cell below that, and then dot offset 1,0. That is C17. Dot address. We'll take that address. We'll keep that in address. Now, once that address is taken, I have to give that value to that, right? So I'll make it as dot range first cell reference. Now this is a variable, therefore I don't have to put it in a bracket. First cell or a reference. Dot range value. What is this value? So it will clear all the cells and put this function, worksheet function. What is the worksheet function? We know what is the worksheet function here. I know it here. So, this is Control C. I'll put Control V. That's now I have to put end with, right? End with. And only one with is there, therefore end with, no if statement. There is no statement there. I'll put it. Right. This is a restart. Now I'll go back to the, I will check up whether it is running or not. There is an error, invalid unqualified reference with active sheet. Yes, I have to give this reference sheet here, right? Simulate, no, I have to give this macro here. Okay, we'll see that. We'll go to that Excel sheet. Right. Here I'll give this, I'll assign a macro. I'll assign a macro, simulate. Okay, sheet 1, simulate. Okay. Then for this, I'll give an macro again. I'll have to go and click properly. Assign a macro. Assign a macro. And then assign restart. Oh, okay. I have put here. So we have made this program, 2 VBA programs here. Now simulate and restart, I have to assign it to the 2 cells there, 2 boxes, rectangular boxes, right? Please note, I have made a small modification. With the active sheet, there is no dot, right? I have removed this dot there also, right? So we'll go to this. Now what we will do is, we have assigned this here. We have assigned this for simulate, and then we have assigned this for restart. Probably you can go here. See, if you see the assign macro, we have assigned simulate here. We have assigned simulate, sheet 1 simulate. Similarly, we have assigned here, assign macro. We have assigned restart. I put restart here. Okay. Right. Now all I need to do is, now I'll have to go out. Now I can change this, anything, and then I can put, I'll just put restart now here. We'll see here. See, I have to clear all the contents. This clearing is not there. Therefore, we will see what is going to happen for clearing the contents. Now I'm going to add a cell here to clear the contents. I have not put here. I'll put dot range, open bracket, first cell reference, first cell underscore, cell underscore reference, and it is and means plus. I'm going to add. I'll put within quote and C1016. It is there, right? I'll put quote dot clear contents, CLEAR CONTENTS contents. This is there. That means this will clear all the contents here. Okay. Now we will go to there. Now what we will do is, we will go there and check up functioning or not. I'll go there. I'm just putting click. See, it is cleared everything. All I have to do is, if I put restart, we'll take another value. Right? First cell, it will clear that cell and then put another value. Now I'm going to keep on adding the value. See here, I'm adding one more value. I'm adding 2 value. Now I can change this mean also, because this is target value 6. My process is not proper. Probably it can go up to 9 also. Then what I will do is, if I put 9, see, it is going beyond the limit. right? Okay, if it is very perfect, I'll make it as 5, then it is going beyond below down, right? Therefore, it has to be 6, and with 1, probably everything will be perfect, right? See, everything will be perfect, right? Okay, there's only one odd on, slit is perfect. Clear? If the standard deviation is say 0.5, perfect data. See, this is perfect data, right? Okay, if I make it 7, add new data. Sorry, I think that completes the. I'll go there. I'll put restart. I'll add data. And this is perfectly all right. I'm not pressing it too fast. That's the thing.